Hey everyone, ArchTalko here, welcome back to Let's Play Terraria. I almost said Legends of Zelda Oracle of Ages, and then I remembered no. So anyway, in last part, we got through a pretty big chunk of the dungeon. We're probably not going to have like a main episode dedicated to the dungeon after this, because I did some off-screen, I did some off-screen stuff. Is that so hard? No, I don't think it was. I grinded for a lot of golden keys, which ended up giving me a lot of stinking golden chests. We now have 16 golden chests, which means I looted a lot of stuff. The biggest thing that it gave us was, one, the Intense Aqua Scepter. This thing's pretty cool because it's like a, for as long as you hold down, it continually sprays things. But the best part of it is it's actually really useful for dungeon exploring. Because when you spray it kind of close to the ground, the particles go down and you can actually see through the dirt. It's really useful if you want to look for like ores, or in our case, we're going to be looking for some like diamond and sapphires soon. Not this episode, but soon. So really useful. Additionally, we finally have enough... Oh, wait, where did I put them? Aha! We officially have enough fallen stars to make ourselves another mana star. Good. And now that we're using more magic items, this will actually be really useful. Now, Evil Jat Monkey noted that I don't actually have to put something in my toolbar in order to use it. Check this out. Any item that you can use on yourself, so this doesn't apply to just mana crystals, it also goes to life crystals, potions, even Orbalite. See? You can click anywhere off of the inventory screen and you use it. I really wish I would have known that. So thank you, Evil Jat Monkey, for pointing that out. Alright, we'll put away the fallen stars. Yep, there we go. Okay. Next, we got the Pointy Miramasa. It gives us plus 11% damage. This is the fastest sword in the game. If it's not the fastest, it's definitely like one of the absolute fastest swords in the game. Now, one thing that's really cool about this is just like the, do I have it? Oh, okay. Just like the Nightmare Axe that we've been using for a while now, you can hold it down to attack, which is really useful because every other sword in the game has you have to click each time you want to swing it. This one's not the case. You can just hold down the mouse button and it swings willy-nilly. It also emits this really, it's actually pretty bright aura, which again is super useful if you're down mining, you don't have enough torches. You can just, hold down the mouse button, do what you will, and it will light things up like a mofo. Now, this guy. This is the Goblin Tinkerer we found. His name is... I almost called him Nutaxe. Nuxatku. I finally bought the rocket boots. They were only 5 gold, and they are very much worth it. We're also going to buy the Tinkerer's Workshop, except I need gold, so thank you for being right in my... Thank you for being right in my bedroom. We're going to take 10 gold. Bada boom, bada bing, Rice Krispies. We're going to get the Tinkerer's Workshop. Now, we don't have any items that we can really use this right away, but rest you assured, we will get some items that will make this completely worthwhile. Because you might be thinking to yourself, 10 gold? Man, what a ripoff. It's not. Believe me. But anyway, rocket boots. Check this poop out. You ready? Blast off in T minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Pretty awesome. It gives us a lot more mobility, which is much appreciated, especially when I went back to explore the dungeon. Oh, this made all the difference. Also, it can help us stop falling damage. We'll still take it if we don't use them. But as you can see there, I did fall from like way up. Oh, oh, that's one way to not do it. I did fall all the way from there, but I was able to stop myself, kind of like the ground pound in Mario 64. Yeah, we can also go up the bunny house really fast now. Yay, bunny house. Okay. I think those were all of the major changes. I also, come with me to a place where there's beauty beyond your dreams. As you can see, I did a lot of terraforming, and I made a path that goes pretty much directly to the dungeon. I'm not going to show the entire thing because I think you get the idea, but I am going to use this to get to the floating islands, because that's right. Our objectives for the day are to finally loot the floating dungeons. We're going to get 2 particular items that are going to be completely necessary to not completely fail at life. One more so than the other, but both very useful. So I will meet you guys back at the islands. Okay, I'm stupid. I totally ran past where the islands were. It also should be noted that the Muramasa is actually kind of weaker than the axe that we were using. But, oh, oops, we need to keep going up. What am I doing? But, again, because it swings so fast, I think it's like for every one swing of the axe that we had, we swing this 3 times. So that is significantly more damage. Anyway, we made it fairly easy to loot this, and awesome! We got the shiny red balloon. We are going to replace this with, what's this? Yeah, I don't need it. This shiny red balloon increases our maximum jump height. Very singularly useful. Also, I should have just looted it all, but I'm a goob, as we all know. So there we go. Now with that, let's go ahead and get to the second island, which I believe, yeah, I think this takes us to it. Am I right? Or am I right? I could be left, but most okay, yeah. Most likely I'm right. There we go. Okay, now I think it was like the meteor that ended up giving us like the most, oh, oops, oh well. We're getting there regardless. Let's just hope that the harpies don't, oh yeah, okay. Check this out. This is how much the balloon increases our height. Now, oh, do we? We don't have an axe anymore. Oh, whoops. I probably should have thought about that before I destroyed my axe. By destroyed, I meant get rid of. Got rid of. I didn't destroy the axe. I just put it in the chest that I hold all my other weapons in. So, anyway, there we go. What do we got in here? Not really what I wanted, but that's okay. We got the Masterful Star Fury. Oh, this is a really cool item. One that I never really use through in my playthrough. My name's ArchTalko, hi. But it's still really cool. Check this out. It looks like a sword, right? But it's actually a magic item. What it does is, let's get an enemy. Aha, harpy. That's right, this thing summons falling stars. I think it's wherever you put your mouse, I think. It uses up a lot of magic, which is something to keep in mind. How much do I have now? Yeah. How much does it use up, anyway? Oh wow, yeah. That's kind of a lot. It uses 14 mana, but it's still really powerful if it manages to hit. It's a little tricky, but it's really good if you're getting swarmed by enemies like the Goblin Invasion, for example. Possibly the dungeon if you're having a hard time like me. Really, the item I was hoping for is this item called I think just the Lucky Horseshoe. And what it does is it negates all fall damage. You want to talk about something that's useful? It literally destroys our like #1 nemesis. Pretty stinking useful. It's sad that we're not going to get that. But here's the game plan. If we divide up the world, I think I briefly touched upon this, at least like my theory about falling islands. If we divide the world up into fifths, and label them like 1 through 5, from left to right, sections 2 and 4, at least I feel, like from my experiences, are the ones that are most likely to have the floating islands. We already went to section 2, and we got 2 floating islands, so that means that we either have, I think it's like most likely that we have 1 more floating island, potentially 2 more, that are somewhere else. Now, I mean, it's possible all the floating islands could be like right next to one another, and if they are, well, that kind of sucks. But my theory is that the other floating island is in section 4. Because, again, I've never seen any floating islands that have spawned, like, in the middle, or even, like, remotely close to the middle. And I've never seen any floating islands spawn kind of close to the edges of the world. I've always seen them in sections 2 and sections 4. So I'm gonna head over, I think, section 4 of this world would be like, what would it be? It would be, possibly where that corruption is after the snow biome. It might be, actually it might be by the jungle. I don't know. Regardless, we're gonna bring a ton of stacks of blocks, and I'm gonna meet you somewhere in section 4. Adios. Okay. Before I forget, and while we're here, we can make 2 more armor sets. Now remember how I was grinding for a crap ton of bones? Now I can't remember the exact number of bones you need, but basically, there's a reason why I've been getting so many cobwebs, and obviously again, so many bones. If we go over to crafting, we can now make the Necro armor set. Okay, so 40 bones, 40 cobwebs. It has reasonable defense. How much does this have? Okay, so it's just a little bit weaker than the shadow armor, but this is a suit of armor if you're into using ranged weapons. Okay, so we're gonna make the helmet, the breastplate.
Breastplate. Oh, I'm so mature.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and equip these so I can show it off, because there is a pretty neat bonus. What do you call it? Buff. If you have a complete set on you. Also, okay, let's take off the top hat. Oh! Okay, I'll get into the top hat. I can't believe I totally skipped that over. Now, that looks pretty dang sweet if I do say so myself. Just like the Necro armor, or no, just like the Shadow armor, it has that little, like, blurry effect when you move. So it's pretty cool. But the awesome bonus effect is that you have a 20% chance to not consume ammo when you use a gun, which we still haven't gotten the Marksman. If you use the Mini Shark, which is, again, is the machine gun, this thing is so good for that. I mean, the machine gun takes up a ton of ammo, but when you have a 20% chance to not consume any of that ammo, it's ridiculous how good that gun becomes. So, personally, this doesn't really suit my playstyle, so I'm not going to be using it. But if you're into that kind of thing, I highly recommend this armor set. Really good, and you don't even need like the materials to make it are really easy to find too. I mean, okay, granted, the skeletons are kind of annoying to kill, but like it's not like you're actually having to get ore, you know? It's reasonable to make this armor set. So again, oh, I totally put that on the wrong one. My bad, my apologies. Anyway, we have that complete set. We can also, because of all the gold that we found, we have 90 gold bars now. That's pretty redonkulous, if I do say so myself, which I do. So we're going to go ahead and make the full gold set, even though I never used a single piece of gold armor in this playthrough. And we're going to complete that one too. Also, I completely butchered complete yet again. Ooh, words. Okay, so we're going to come over here. I don't actually need to come over here because, again, you can just use items directly from your inventory, which I did not realize. My bad. Oh, maybe... Oh, I guess you do have to be kind of close to it. Huh. The more you know. Okay, gold greaves. Alrighty, we got that. And finally, the gold chainmail. Alright, so all we have left to do is get more meteor stuff. More, well, no, actually, we have enough jungle spores. We just need the... what do you call them? Need more gems. Yeah. To make the completed jungle set. And then we have the final, well, the final armor set that we get by going deeper underground. So we are definitely coming along. Anyway, though, I'm going to go ahead and meet you guys back at section 4. It should also be noted, based on this video clip I'm going to show you here, I was in the middle of a blood moon. And there's a really small chance that this enemy, I think it's like the zombie groom or something like that, this fun. Like, it is a super low chance. But if you find one, he drops a top hat, which is, I mean, this thing is a pretty rare drop, so I'm pretty proud of this. That is why we have the top hat. I am so sorry for explaining this out of order, but I thought it would be important to note. Anyway, that's it. Okay, that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching me play. And, again, my apologies. In the next episode, we'll make our way over to Section 4 and hopefully find the remaining floating islands and get our goodies.